Maybe the question isn't, is neuroscience the most important thing, but is neuroscience all you need to explain consciousness? And I think, for all the reasons that Danny and others have been saying, it looks like neuroscience alone isn't going to tell you why there is subjectivity, because there's this potentially unbridgeable gap. So my view has always been you've got to gather the data from neuroscience, which will be a huge part of the story, but also gather what we might think of as subjective data about consciousness, measured either from the first-person point of view or from the sympathetic third-person point of view, as when we talk to people and ask them what they're conscious of, and build it into kind of a multi-level picture that takes seriously the neuroscience, but also takes seriously the deliverances of subjective experience.
I want to say a word in sort of for my discipline. It's not only neuroscience. I mean, there is real experimental psychology, I think, has a lot to say about this. And in fact, some of the more interesting data are coming from there, because they're raising the question, if we accept a sort of naive and obvious definition of what consciousness is, there is an enormous amount of mental activity that goes on outside consciousness. And I think there are discoveries being made there that, for some people in my field, raise the question of, they don't know what consciousness is for, because they never can find anything that cannot be done without it. And I think that this is actually happening. So we have the feeling that consciousness is very important for sort of deeper mental activity, for more orderly mental activity, for rule following, but there does seem to be an awful lot of extremely sophisticated stuff that can be produced without it.